The original Pokémon Snap is a timeless classic. I've replayed this game so many times over the years, and yet still it manages to hold its charm for me. Whether I'm hitting Pokemon in the face with fruit or pissing them off with whatever the hell this thing is, it never fails to put a smile on my face. The game has a bouncy, upbeat soundtrack that can and will make you want to bob your head with the beat. The stage select screen in particular is a certified bop. To be fair though, bangin' music is something I feel is synonymous with the N64 era. Lots of great soundtracks during that generation. For its time, Pokémon Snap had impressive visuals showing us multiple Pokémon on screen who all interact with each other and who can all be interacted with. Pokémon had never looked better. Releasing in 1999 in North America, Pokémon Snap came out during the height of Pokemania. Pokémon was the talk of the schoolyards, and everything from school supplies to video games to Rule 34 could be found in abundance anywhere you looked. It was a special time to be a kid. After the massive success of the first two Pokemon games in Japan, the Pokemon Company began taking more chances with their new hit IP, which would see them branching out into things like anime, trading cards, toys, movies, and so much more. Pokemon was a global phenomenon. They were on a roll. They would even go on to release some games that would stray from their tried and true formula. Games like Hey You Pikachu, Pokemon Puzzle League, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Pinball, and of course, Pokemon Snap. As much as I love the mainline Pokemon games, something about these other games always spoke to me when I was growing up. I really liked the thought of seeing and interacting with the Pokemon universe in ways other than just battling and collecting badges. Like how you can play those fun mini games with Pokemon in the Pokemon Stadium games. For that reason, Pokemon Snap quickly became one of my favorite games on the N64. Seeing the Pokemon doing their thing and just being there to take pictures and document it all really added another layer of depth to the world for me. Add in the fact that you unlock things like the Fruit, Pester Ball, and Pokeflute, all which have their own effect on the Pokemon in the world and can even change how they interact with each other, and I was hooked. As much as I love this game though, this game is the pinnacle of either you get it or you don't. So many times when I'd excitedly bring this up to my friends at school, they would just look at me and be like, "Isn't that just the game where you take pictures? That looks stupid." You know what, Greg? As time has gone on, I've come to realize that some people just won't ever be into these types of games, and that's okay. I'll love it enough for all of us. Completing the game can be done in a single afternoon, about 4 hours if you want to do everything. Its fun and charming gameplay, mixed with its bite-sized duration, make it a perfect game for me to come back and revisit every couple of years when I get the itch. For today's video, we're going to go through the levels, doing the secret photo ops and evolutions, so you can complete the Pokédex and get a high score if you decide to play the game. Some of these secret photo ops are pretty tricky to trigger, so make sure you stay tuned. So we're playing as Todd Snap, an up-and-coming Pokemon photographer. We're teaming up with Professor Oak to aid in his Pokemon research, and that's about the gist of it. It's not that deep. You're not playing this for the riveting plot. The game is pretty much an on-rails shooter without the gun. There are 7 distinct levels, all with their own different biomes, Pokemon, and things to discover. At the end of each level, Professor Oak will give the pictures you took a score, and there are certain criteria you have to meet to get the highest score for your picture. The highest score I managed to get was 6,000 and something on this Pikachu photo. Let me know in the comments if you've managed to get a better score, or if there's any good photo opportunities that you know about that I missed. So as you go through the game, you unlock certain things to aid in your picture-taking journey. The Pokefruit, which can be fed to pretty much any Pokemon you see, and can also be used to lure Pokemon to a certain location. The Pester Ball, which is meant to annoy the Pokemon. Then we have the Pokeflute, which will make the Pokemon dance or interact with each other in peculiar ways. The last thing you unlock is speed controls, allowing you to move along faster or slower to try to get to a certain photo opportunity earlier or later for a different angle. The first thing I noticed right away was the inverted camera controls. I don't know why early 3D games had such a boner for inverted camera controls. Best believe I went straight to the options to fix that ASAP. The first level is a scenic beach area complete with nice rivers and tall grass. The music is bouncy and fun, a real feel-good tune. There aren't too many secrets to discover in the first level. The first secret photo opportunity here, which I'm sure most who have played the game already know, is this Pikachu at the start off to the right. Use the Poke Fruit to lure the Pikachu to this surfboard, and then it will proceed to start posing and doing flips. After that, there's a Snorlax off to the right that won't register as a Pokemon until you can see its face. You can only get a picture of it if you have the Pester Ball or the Poke Flute. Shortly after that, there's a tall patch of grass that contains a Scyther you can scare out with a Pester Ball. But along the back, there's also 2 Pikachus you can scare out as well. They'll run over to the 2 tree stumps at the end of the grass patch here, and they'll start posing together, which is how I got the 6,000 point picture I mentioned before. After that, on the left, there's a Chansey rolling around being chased by an Eevee. You can get a picture of it by throwing the fruit, which will make it stop. Otherwise, Professor Oak won't recognize the Pokemon. And can you blame him? What the f is that? The last special photo opportunity is the Gust using Pidgey. They'll be attacking this Meowth near the end. The second level is an underground level. The song in this level is pretty boring though, trying to give off spooky cave vibes, but it's probably the weakest song in the game. It's more noise than anything else. Our one and only special photo op on this map is right at the beginning. You can lure this Pikachu over to this electrode by taking pictures of it. Each picture you take of the Pikachu will cause it to run further until it catches up with the electrode, which will make it start running on top of it. This lets you get the Pikachu on a ball special picture. I really like how they handled Haunter in this game, making it a Pokemon you can't see until you're looking at your pictures after the fact. All you can see is this purple flying ball. Shortly after this room, you can lure the other Pikachu over to the giant egg here and make it use Thunder by playing the Poke Flute, causing the egg to hatch into Zapdos. To get a picture of Doug Trio, keep taking pictures of the Diglett near the Pikachu, and it will keep popping up in a different spot, and eventually it will come out as Doug Trio. There are Magnemites at the end of the level whose picture can only be taken using the fruit, otherwise they do a move to interfere with the camera. You can also use the fruit to lure them together, causing them to evolve into Magneton. The third level is deep inside a volcano, and this one has some of the most fun and memorable Pokemon interactions to see, as well as one of the best songs in the game. The only special photo on this map is Fighting Magmar. There are 2 Magmar off to the side, and if you throw a fruit between them, they'll start fighting over it. A couple of the Pokemon that are tricky to find in this level are Growlithe and Arcanine. You can find them by throwing Pester Balls into these craters here, and either a Growlithe or an Arcanine will jump out. These ones are pretty easy to miss if you don't know that they're there. I feel like oftentimes when people think back to their memories of this game, they fondly remember the part right near the end of the level, physically abusing this Charmeleon and knocking it into the lava to evolve it into a Charizard. I'll never forget my first time seeing its massive head blast out of the lava. This was absolutely a core memory for me and a gaming experience that has stuck with me more than 20 years later. The fourth level is a serpentine river with grass and marshland to either side. The scenery is nice for the early days of 3D, and there's a good variety of Pokemon in this one, as well as some of the most visually interesting Pokemon interactions, like the floating Shelder and Cloyster. One of my favorite parts about this level is the Slowpoke. You can lure it using the Poke Fruit over to this circle, which causes it to stick its tail in the water, then get bit by a Shelder, and evolve into a Slowbro. Beyond just that, the developers made just about every Pokemon have a reaction to the Pester Ball, and yet for Slowpoke, they purposely made it just stand there staring blankly when you pelt it in the face. Absolute gold. This level also has a Vileplume that you can only take pictures of by using Poke Flute. This level only has one special picture opportunity, and it's right near the end. There's a Pikachu hiding in this tree trunk, and if you take a picture of it or hit it with something, it will cause it to take off running, leaving a trail of stars behind it. It moves pretty damn fast, so getting a good picture can be tough. This one is called Speed Pikachu, and it's worth 800 points. Level 5 is a cave where we keep traversing deeper down. This level has some of the best, most difficult special photo opportunities to trigger, and the song for this level is one of my personal favorites in this game. It's very calm and serene and hits me with a wave of that bittersweet nostalgia every time I hear it. You can also make any of the Grimer near the beginning transform into muck by hitting them with a few Pester Balls. The easiest one to do though is the one that's right near the cliff opposite the Bulbasaur Dittos. Immediately after this room, you'll see a coughing, bullying this Jigglypuff. This is one of 3 that you'll see. Hit the coughing, causing it to faint and leave the Jigglypuff alone, and you'll find that same Jigglypuff waiting for you near the end of the level for a special photo opportunity. You need to be quick if you want to have time to rescue all 3 Jigglypuff, as they only start showing up after you've rescued the first one. The second one shows up from this cave entrance off to the right side, and the last one shows up shortly after that on the left from one of the dark cave holes. If you manage to rescue all 3, you'll see them at the end of the level on a stage to the right singing. If you only get 1 or 2, you'll get the special photo Jigglypuff on stage, which is worth 500 points. If you manage to rescue all 3 though, you'll get Jigglypuff Trio on stage special image, and it's worth 1200 points. In the same room as the distraught Jigglypuff, you'll see a Weepinbell going in a circle around this water. Knock it in and watch as it evolves into Victory Bell, just like the Charmeleon into Charizard from the Volcano level, only way less cool. In the next room after the Victory Bell, you'll see a Zubat flying around carrying a Pikachu. If you haven't realized yet, anytime you see a Pikachu, there's a special photo opportunity. Save the Pikachu for the Zubat by hitting it, causing it to drop the Pikachu. This one can be a bitch. The Zubat flies around so erratically. Anyway, this will give you the special photo Balloon Pikachu, and it's worth 1600 points. In the next room, you'll see some Jinx doing cult shit around this egg. If you play the Pokeflute, the egg will hatch into our Articuno. This is important for getting the last and trickiest special picture to trigger. Near the end of the level, if you've managed to both save the Pikachu from the Zubat and hatch the Articuno, you'll be able to get my personal favorite special picture, Flying Pikachu. Right around the same time when you're beside the stage where the Jigglypuff are, turn all the way around to see the Pikachu you saved, riding on the back of an Articuno that you hatched. This picture is worth 2000 points. It's also hard to get a good picture of this particular special image, but I still think it's a fun one to trigger. In level 6, we move down some whitewater rapids through a mountain valley. The music in this area is a fun and energetic tune with lots of horns and catchy rhythms. Right near the beginning on this one, you can hit some Squirtle out of the water and onto land. Shortly after that, you'll see the Mankey off to the right side, where you can hit a Magikarp over to it and watch it hoof it into the sky like Justin Tucker.
Close out the half. Tucker got the leg into it. It's long enough. It is good!
If you do this later on in the level, that same Magikarp is waiting to be abused one final time. Knock it into the waterfall and make it evolve into Gyarados. Throughout the level, shortly after the rapid section, you'll see Staryu flying around. If you take pictures of them, they'll start circling your vehicle with increasing speed. I believe there's 3 in total you can get, but you need to be quick. When you get to the whirlpool, they'll fly into it and evolve into Starmie. Also in that whirlpool is Dragonite, and you can lure him out by throwing some Pester Balls into the whirlpool. Immediately after the whirlpool area, there are some Squirtle near the bottom of a cliff. Hit one with the Pester Ball to launch it into the Mankey standing up at the top. If you're quick and manage to get a picture of the Mankey during the worst time of its life, you'll get the final special picture in the game, Mankey in the Sky. That same Mankey will also hit the switch on the other side of the mountain, which opens a secret entrance to some hut where you find Professor Oak. At this point in the game, you need to go around and find the hidden Pokemon symbols scattered throughout the levels, and doing so will unlock the final level. The first one is the beach level near the beginning. It's this rock formation that looks like a Kingler. The second one is in the tunnel near the end. It's this projection that looks like a pincer. You need to activate the power to the power plant to see it. The one in the volcano level is right near the beginning. Throwing some Pester Balls into the crater here will cause a smoke plume that looks like coughing. The one in the river level is behind the Vileplume, being obscured by the Stun Spore. Wake it up with a Pokeflute to reveal the tree that looks like Cubone behind it. The one in the cave is right near the end. This series of star-looking things, take a picture of it to reveal a Mewtwo. The last one is in the valley level, and you look off into the distance to see a mountain that looks like Dugtrio. Once you've found them all, you unlock the Rainbow Cloud level. There's no special pictures in this one, and the only Pokemon you can take a picture of is Mew. Getting a good picture of it is annoying as hell though, and doesn't feel satisfying as a reward for getting this far into the game. Getting a good picture of this stupid thing takes a lot of trial and error. Mew is using this bubble thing to obscure your pictures, so you need to pop it by hitting it multiple times. Then before long, Mew will go back into it. You don't get much time at all. You can give yourself a little more time by hitting Mew with a Pester Ball after it's out of the bubble, but not too much. After you've done that, if you haven't completed your photo Pokédex, Oak will ask you to do so. If you have, and Mew was the last Pokemon you needed a picture of, then Oak will tell you to take on the challenge score on all the levels. If you've been following along with this video, doing the challenge scores shouldn't be too hard if you're so inclined. I had my fill of this game at this point, so I wasn't, but I don't think you actually get anything for beating all these anyway. There are a select few of you out there who are definitely going to find joy in doing everything you can in this game, but I can definitely recommend in good faith that you at least try it out. You never know, you might just add a great new title to your list of N64 favorites. Anyway, that's all for this time, so be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw today, and I'll see you guys next time.